Bonsoir. I've been learning French. I'm having fun. Anywho, so Giovantano have earned 16% on my new investments during the pandemic. I got you covered. This is not for the faint of heart, or for anyone who really can't afford to not lose a dime. If that is not you, you got a little extra courage, and you're not in a position where if you lose anything, it's going to compromise your stability, then here's what I did. So pretty much, I invested in stocks. I was just practicing. I've been getting my feet wet in stocks for a few years now, like $20 here, every once in a while like a $60 there, just a little something. Wasn't dropping like thousands or nothing like that, just because I wasn't trying to just go broke just gambling. I'm not about that. But just doing a little experimenting here and there while learning how to read a balance sheet, while learning how to read all these other things, and getting to know patterns, from companies I thought might be good. And in doing so, one of them I saw an increase of about 50% and didn't know where to get out and lost it. But that wasn't this year. That was before this pandemic. So I've learned a few lessons since then. And one of them was to treat stocks the way I look at everything else concerning money. All of my bills, my income, just everything that involves my credit. Negotiating for a new vehicle. Check out that video too. I look at it thinking these are just numbers. Take my emotion out of it. There's nothing to do with this. What are the concrete numbers? What are the facts? Right? So, got that down, learned a few more lessons from a few gurus and durus, and I took one of their courses, said a little prayer. I just felt good about it. It felt right. And I put a little money in the market. And now I don't know what the future holds of this economy in the US, in the West, in the world. But this is what I did. I invested in a few stable companies, super stable companies. And by stable, I mean companies that supply things that we are definitely going to be using. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Companies that have a nice amount of money just set aside for a rainy day and don't owe a lot, if anything. Companies that are not about to be bankrupt or are going bankrupt. I'm not investing in Hertz. I'm sorry, it's not happening. I might suggest buying a car from Hertz, one of their certified cars, because they've had to keep them up as rental cars. That's a requirement. So they should be pretty decent quality cars. They'll have some mileage on them, but they'll be good cars, or well-maintained cars. Yeah, and just companies that feel like they're going to be here regardless, by and large, of whatever we may or may not have anticipated happening, because this is a new normal we are entering, right? So now, if you are looking at what companies to invest in, just remember, right now we're still in a very shaky, very fragile economic state in the world right now. I still have my money parked where it is, and as of right now, things in the economy are still growing on the market. Unemployment is still in a very weird place right now, but ironically, at this moment, the market is still going good. I would advise still look at the economy as a whole as you are investing, and also decide if you should invest or not. If you're kind of like on that borderline, you got a little something It won't destroy you if you lose it, but you want to see if you can gain a little more. See if you can help make your dollars work for you without you leaving home, and you want to test it out. By all means, do that. Just keep in mind and pay attention to what the economy is doing. So if you feel uncomfortable, you can grab your stuff and be out with what you've made, or you can decide if you want to just keep what you've decided to put in there and try for the long haul strategy, which is probably going to be better in the long run. But keep in mind, as of right now, there's been a ton of money dumped into the economy, and there's still going to be more from what it looks like. More stimulus for your average citizen on up to these companies, corporations, and organizations. So there's still money that's going to be moving around, and things are going to have to balance out after they do. So there may very well still be another downturn. That said, nothing is permanent, and even if there is a downturn, history shows that things will go back up again. Not guaranteed, but history has shown that. So do your research on that and decide what's best for you in that area, and figure out how comfortable you feel. But if you do have a little extra that will not hurt you if you lose it, I would suggest putting some in stocks in the market. You can do it in a regular brokerage account, or you can do it in an IRA. You can do it in a Roth IRA. If you have a 401k and you want to check out what's in it, or you're not sure what's in it and you feel more comfortable controlling it yourself, by all means, after you've learned what's what though. But really, start looking at the different stocks. Start learning about it. The hardest part of this will be deciding or figuring out what's a reasonable low price for you to get in at on these different stocks, because you can buy the Rolls Royce of stocks. If you buy it at the wrong time, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna be a little upset with yourself, and it might taint you. So research first. Now, there are 3 specialists I would mention to you for you to check out and see how you rock with them, see how you jive with them, right? So there's Tella, I think Helcom. I'm gonna put them down below. There is Ian Dunlap with Red Panda, and there is Wall Street Trapper. So 3 different personalities, 3 different platforms, 2 guys, 1 woman. So I'm sure somewhere in there you'll find something. And there are plenty more where that came from. You can definitely go find more on Instagram. You can definitely find more here on YouTube. So these are just some I would mention to you to go check out. And also, Tella's course I'm going to put below. And for the free, right here on YouTube, there's also Market Mondays with one of my favorite podcasts, Earn Your Leisure, and Ian Dunlap. If you want a free sample, little something, you can check that out. And they have a bunch of things up right at this moment. So that's all I've got for today. If you made some money over the pandemic in a way that you have not before, something new that you've tried, let me know in the comments below how long you've been doing it, how much you've made, if you don't mind sharing with us. Yeah, and just share with us, care with us. That's it. Check you next time. Tink.
I do it better, I'm a go-getter. Straight to the top, I'm a peace setter. Oh, my ambition, I'm so proficient. You just might miss it, this my addiction. Was at the ground floor, kicking down doors. Tired of being poor, never could afford to miss a chance. Like school boards, take every last advance. It's on my record. I would the salad cat, can never go back.